someone gives themselves a title of the Retro Gamer Ranting, it's kinda hard to think that a game called Retro City Rampage wouldn't be on my list of must-have games. You know what? You're right. Retro City Rampage is one of those games that comes around and makes a boy from the 80s like myself happier than the A-Team in a van factory. This game... Whoa, dude, hold the phone! Wait up for me, bro! What the... Mikey from the Ninja Turtles? What are you doing here? Not just any Mikey. I'm the 80s Michelangelo. The first and the best, dude. When I heard you were doing a review on the bodacious NES throwback game Retro City Rampage, I had to come and shell you what I thought about it. See what I did there? Yeah, I see. Well, it's a real honor for you to come and do this review with me, Mike, but I already have my notes and everything that I want to say about the review. You should have called or came sooner or something. Oh man, it's cool, bro. I'm not gonna step on any feet, or should I say foot. I'll just pipe in with some awesome words of Mikey wisdom from time to time, if you know what I mean and you're down for that. Sure, Mike, I don't mind. I don't have anything else better to do anyway. It's a bummer they hired a younger guy to play me in the new TMNT show on Nickelodeon. I mean, what gives, right? Well, to be fair, it's not called Old Timer Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whoa! Low blow, brah! I'm not that old. Just messing, Mikey. You can chill. Ah, it's cool, dude. I knew that. Anyway, let's get this review rock and rolling, shall we? Alright. Like our tubular friend Mikey was saying, Retro City Rampage is an NES throwback game that pays homages to not just the video games of the 80s, but most other pop culture from its time, like television and movies, and even some modern ones as well. So much so, I could probably make a separate hour-long video pointing out all the references, nods, tributes, and so on in the game, and still feel like I didn't scratch the surface of how much TLC got put into this game. You'll be helping Doc find his lost car that looks like a DeLorean, be riding on an oversized Kong, swinging on a rope over a pit full of alligators, and so much more. What makes it even better is how they amalgam different things together. Whoa, dude, English maybe? What I mean to say is they take two separate things and mash them together into one. Oh, like when I make my famous strawberry and anchovy sauce pizza. Ew! Yeah, kinda like that. A great example is one of the first boss-like guys you fight is a commando that looks like RoboCop and has a grapple arm. As you progress, you get to use power-ups like super speed, drive beefed-up vehicles like tanks, and collect an array of weapons to help you rain chaos in this wonderful 8-bit city, and take on missions from various familiar but not copyright-infringing faces. You can even change how the game looks with filters that make it look like an old Game Boy or an EGA DOS game, plus even apply borders to the game that make it look like you're playing on an arcade cabinet or a tube TV, to name a few. Let's not kid ourselves, dude. There's something else awfully familiar with this game besides the nostalgia. I just can't put my foot on it. I think you used that joke already. And yes, let's face it, this game is a demake of sorts of Grand Theft Auto games, and probably borrows the most from the GTA franchise. You'll be jacking cars, running down civilians, running from the evil good guys, playing mini-games, going to stores to change your look of your player, and partaking in leaderboard-enabled rampage challenges that I must say are all jacked from the GTA world, just now in 8-bit glory. But it's because it all works. It works really well. Well, it almost all works. Aw, bogus, man. Is this the part where you're gonna start ripping in all the lame parts of the game and totally bum me out? Hang on, Mike. It's not as bad as it seems. I really don't have that much to gripe about. Just a little. First off, the lock-on shooting feature is a little bit off, and a lot of the time you'll find yourself locking onto the wrong thing, or worse, not locking onto anything at all. I'll be getting chased by the cops and find myself locked onto and shooting a parked car instead of the guys chasing me. This is not too much of a problem for those who have a controller pad, because they can use the analog stick to shoot in the direction they want to, and I find myself using that method the most. So I highly recommend using a control pad if you're playing this game on the PC. Now my next gripe is the overview map of the world is almost practically useless. It'll show you where missions and challenges are, but there are no other marks on the map giving you important locations or stores. Heck, it would have even been nice to be able to make your own custom checkpoints, but you're not allowed to do that either. Now don't get me wrong, the open world's not terribly huge, so when you play the game for a while, you'll eventually get used to it, but still, it would have been nice if they would have at least labeled where things are. It would have helped a lot. The last bummer is the lack of multiplayer. Even local co-op play would be nice. Like I said before, there are online leaderboards for Rampage challenges, which is nice. Heck, you can even save your replays if you want. But I think a lot of these Rampages would have been fun playing with another person as well. And not just on the challenge mode, just running around the open world causing havoc with a buddy would be cool. Yeah, tell me about it, dude. I have 3 bros and I'm always fighting with them over who gets to play the game next. Really? Could have saved some time if the game just would have let us play the game together. Can't we all just get along? Exactly. But other than that, RetroGR is one of those games that come around that has you grinning ear to ear from start to finish. Even more so if you're someone who grew up in the 80s or loves 80s nostalgia. But don't worry for anyone who didn't, there's plenty of modern pop culture references thrown in there for you. Like the opening segment, which is taken right out of the Dark Knight movie, only in 8-bit, and hilarious. Now, I know I've been throwing around the saying, this game is a love letter to a lot lately. My last review of Torchlight 2 I said was a love letter to action RPG fans. Well, in this case, Retro City Rampage is a love letter to anyone who grew up in the 80s, playing the NES, watching the Ninja Turtles cartoon, and running to the movie theater to see Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It controls good, looks great, rockin' retro music you swear sounds familiar, and the story, missions, and characters in the game are entertaining and funny. This game is the NES game I dreamed about at night as a kid after playing video games all day. With that in mind, I give this game a final overall score of 8.7 out of 10. Oh man, I couldn't have put it better myself, dude. That was awesome! I think I'm gonna cry. Wait, can turtles cry? I don't know, but thanks, Mike. I really appreciate you coming along and helping me with this review. No problem, bro, anytime. But, hey, I've got a split seat. It's almost dinner time, and I'm making my fave tonight. Peanut butter, artichoke, and extra pickle pizza. Want to come over and have some? Thanks, but I'll pass. I just lost my appetite. You're lost, dude. Later, keep kicking shell. Thanks, Mike, you too. And thank you guys for watching my review of Retro City Rampage. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to rate, comment, and sub if you haven't already. Till next time, game fans, keep playing.